Halt! Don't move! State your business. You were out for a walk and you got lost. A likely story. I'm going to approach you. Now please stand very, very still. Alright, I'm behind you now. Would you kindly turn around very slowly? That's it. Nice and slow. Very good. You don't look like someone who'd be up to some mischief. But just in case, do you by any chance have any, say, illegal items on you? What do I mean, illegal items? Well, any sort of item that two people would exchange at this time of night in this particular location. Now, I'm going to ask you again. Do you have illegal items on you? Look at me in the eye and tell me. Your voice may be shaky with fear, but your eyes speak truth. You can loosen up now. You're not in trouble. That being said, however, I would like to know what you're doing out here this time of night. You were taking a walk, and you lost your way. That sounds simple enough. But I must say you chose one interesting spot to take a walk. Why is this an interesting spot? Well, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but this is Dragonian territory. And as you can see, I am a Dragonian. What do you mean, really? I'm clearly a Dragonian. Don't you see my tail, my horns, the armor? Surely you've at least seen a Dragonian somewhere before. You keep to yourself? Well, I keep to myself as well, yet I still know what orcs, griffins, and elven look like. Oh, you're not from this common. That makes sense. We Dragonians don't often go to the other commons, unless we have important business to attend to, like visiting other Dragonian dens or talking to the Lord Protector. But that's not important right now. What's important now is getting you out of here. So tell me, where do you live? Oh, you live there? That's like a couple of minutes walk from here. Come on, I'll take you. So, how long have you been living in Clawshire? Oh, only a couple of days. Well, it kind of shows since you didn't realize this was Dragonian territory. Well, there is a good reason why you don't see many Dragonians nowadays. For starters, there's still a lot of us over in Germany. Well, the territories we took from them after the war. Oh, no, things haven't gotten that bad over there. The only reason we Dragonians are even doing a lot of the occupation duty is just so that we can free up enough troops to march in those pretty parades we're not invited to. Thankfully, that's not the case over in Paisley Common. At least the humans there are pulling their own weight. What's another reason you don't see many of us? Well, funny enough, a lot of us don't actually live in Clawshire itself. Instead, we just live in the caves in the surrounding mountains. I guess you could say it's a bit of a homage to our dragon roots. Which cave do I live in? You know, that's actually a good question because, funny enough, I don't live in a cave. I'm one of the few Dragonians that actually lives in Clawshire. Oh yeah, really. I got myself a nice little house on the west side of town. About a, say, 5 minutes walk away from the library. Oh yeah, it's very convenient for when I want a book to read. And also very convenient since that's where I work at. Well, when I'm not doing these patrols. Oh, really? You started working there as well? And I take it you started working there a couple of days ago? Well, that might explain why I haven't seen you before, since a couple of days ago is when my patrols started. Since you and I pretty much work at the same place, could you tell me your name? Not a bad name. My name, on the other hand, is Windsor. Huh? Oh, no, not Windsor, Windsor. You know, like the blowing wind and a bird soars in the sky. You know, Windsor. Anyway, with names aside, what sort of work do you do at the library? Oh, so you're the one that works the front desk. That's nice. Sometimes I do desk work as well. Otherwise, I'd be doing my main job, returning returned books back to the proper places on the shelves. That's not my only job there, though. Have you ever noticed that you have never had to deal with a late book? Well, there's a good reason for that. My other job at the library is sending notices to those who have borrowed a book and have yet to return it. Oh, I don't do anything crazy, I just leave a little note in a mailbox. Although there was one time I didn't realize the person was home, so when he saw me putting the notice in his mailbox, he startled me, and upon reflex, my wings unfolded and my eyes glowed like they were when I saw you earlier. Needless to say, we had not had to deal with a late book for a long time. What do I do outside of work? Well, not much. Aside from patrols, I like to go for a walk, I read, make sure my guns are in working order. Most of the time I just go down and hang out in the pub. I recommend this place. It's called the Dragon Tooth. Yes, I know the name's a little bit on the nose, but it's a nice place. Got some good roasted meat, plenty of selections of drinks and all that, and more importantly, plenty of interesting people to talk to. It's a great place to look for some friends. Plenty to choose from. There's Tagger and her lover. They stop in a lot. There's the local witch who stops in sometimes. And you'll find a lot of Dragonians as well. Yeah, they may not like to live in the town, but they sure love the pub. It's all that roasted meat they sell. If any like, I can introduce you to them. Just based on this conversation we've been having, I'm sure you'll get along fine with them. Just to make sure you're not coming at them with a sword or a dragon gun. The last fellow that tried to do that, well, let's just say he caught some claws. And he also caught some teeth and tail. And he was very close to catching some fire before I stepped in. All that aside, they're a very friendly bunch to be around. What meat do I recommend at the pub? Let's see. They got a lot of good meat. Although there's one meat they have that's actually not roasted, but it's this method they use called frying. Not flying, frying. How it works is that you take a piece of chicken, you know, like the breast, the wing, whatever, and you cover it like this. It's kind of like a dough, you know, like bread dough, but it's not as thick. Then you drop it into a pan full of oil, and it cooks it, you know, makes the outside nice and crisp and everything. First time I tried this so-called fried chicken was actually after Germany surrendered. We made camp with some American Union soldiers, and one of them, I believe a Colonel Saunders, something like that. His last name started with S and ended with Anyway, he cooked up his own recipe of this fried chicken and everything. Something he came up with back in Appalachia. And I tell you, it was absolutely delicious. Some sort of spices he used just made the flavor so great. Obviously, this was a secret recipe of his, and he didn't share it with us. But he was happy to show us how he cooked it. You know, the breading and all that stuff. By the way, while I'm thinking about it, what part of the Commonwealth did you move from anyway? Oh, you moved from Foxwood, the grand old capital, eh? Ooh, and you used to work at Hamden Academy. Interesting. Did you by any chance know a Claudia while you were there? She's my cousin. Oh, you didn't? That's a shame. You would have liked her. A purple-scaled ball of joy she is. Oh, would you look at that? We made it back to town. Can you make it home from here, or do you want me to walk you there? Are you sure? Or are you just sick and tired of hearing me talk all night? Ah, don't worry, I've only messed with you. But seriously though, it was really nice speaking with you. And hopefully once my patrols are finished, I'll see you at the library the morning after next. Provided you still want to hear me chatter on. Oh, you do? Well, in that case, I hope to see you then, and I wish you a very safe evening.